Hi guys, welcome to ThomTech Tutorials. I am Thomas and this is session 19 of Azure Data Factory tutorial 2. So in this session we are going to cover what is set variable and what are the properties and functionalities of the same. So guys, before that please do like and subscribe my channel to support. Okay, so with that let's begin the tutorial. So set variable. So by name itself we can make out it's trying to like set a value to a variable, right? So people who already worked on data integration tools like SSIS Informatica, they might be aware of like what is this variable and parameter. So these variable and parameters can be created to pass a value during a runtime and make use of these variables at the different levels within the activities. Okay, so we can cover this in much detail in the practical scenario, and that's it for the theoretical aspect. Let's jump into the practical scenario without much delay. So this is our ADF. Let me create a new pipeline and give it a name, PL set variable. Okay, activity, that's it. And now I will be creating a parameter. No, this is not needed. Let's click on variables and give a name to it, year, month and date. Okay, so these are the three variables that we have defined. Now let me pull the set variable activity over to the canvas and give a name, get date. Okay, so now let me click on variables and select that specific variable that we want to update. Now we have an option to give a value. So this value can be a hard-coded value that you want to give, or you want to add through a dynamic content. Click on dynamic content and look out for UTC. So this UTC function will act in a similar way like we use get date in the SQL. Okay, and once you give this value, go and make use of format datetime function to update a proper formatting to this date. Okay, so we can give year, month, date. Okay, and then click on OK, and then let's trigger it and let's see what we get. So once this execution is completed, you can see we have input coming as a date, and what's the output? So we have the date now captured in this date variable. Okay, so that's it. So this is how we are assigning a value to a variable. Now what we can do, let's pull out one more activity, that is the variable set, join it, give a proper name, pull year, something like that we can do. Click on variable, go and select that specific variable, that is year, and in the dynamic content let's click over here and let's make use of some function like substring bracket open and pass the value as the variable named as date, because this variable date already has the value of date, right, in the from the previous step. So we will give this and we will tell the system capture the first four values. Okay, so when we are capturing first four values from this output, we are going to get the date. It's a simple thing. And now let's save it and then click on debug. So once we click on debug, we will have this year abstracted from the date. That's it. Now let's move on to one more activity and let's join it together. We can pull it from here or we can pull it from here as well. Okay, not a problem. Then we can put this as pull month. Okay, let's see how we can pull a month. Click on month, add dynamic content, and now once again let's make use of substring, pass our variable and give the index values. So the index value is going to be 3 comma 2. Okay, let's close this and check out if we are able to get that value what we are expecting. Let's trigger it and see what we get. Okay, so there is some issue with respect to the indexing. So you can see we have one hyphen. Okay, we can correct that. Let's close this, click over here and click on give the value as 2, and now let's try it out. Okay, so before that I think there is some issue. Let's see what was the output of the date over here. Okay, so you can see the starting index should be somewhere around 5, right? Let's try 5 comma 2, and most probably this should fix the issue. 5 comma 2. Click on this, try to execute it again. Let's see if it works. See, now we are able to fetch the November month, right? So we just have to make sure of that, whatever like indexes we are giving. So that's it, guys. So this is how we use variables in our pipelines. Okay, so this is like one of the scenarios. There can be different scenarios based on your use cases. Okay, so other scenario would be that once we are inside a for each loop, we can make use of the variables, set variable, and store the file name inside that variable and make use of that variable instead of using this item open and close bracket dot name. Okay, so there are different options. So this is one of the scenarios. But yeah, so if you guys want to use this in your project due to any scenario that comes up as a use case, you can use it. And do let me know if you guys have any questions, and please do like and subscribe my channel to support. So that's it for this session, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.